If you want to steal from a multi-billion-dollar tech giant like Google or Facebook, your mind probably conjures images of elite cyber hackers. You imagine teams of highly trained coders typing frantically in blindly lit rooms, bypassing state-of-the-art firewalls and waging a silent digital war. These tech empires spend hundreds of millions securing their servers, hiring the brightest minds from MIT and Stanford to build impenetrable digital fortresses. But in 2013, Evaldas Rimasauskas, a 44-year-old man from Vilnius, Lithuania, realized something that bypassed every single one of those expensive defenses. He discovered that you do not need to write a single line of malicious code to walk away with a fortune. You don't need a Trojan horse or a software glitch. All you really need is an ordinary corporate stamp and a fake email address. Evaldas Rimasauskas was the ultimate practitioner of social engineering, the art of hacking the human being rather than the machine. While Silicon Valley was monitoring network traffic, Evaldas was studying the mundane, overlooked plumbing of corporate accounting departments. He understood that at the scale of a global empire, the greatest vulnerability is not software, but a flaw in human trust. His exploit would become one of the most audacious corporate deceptions ever. He convinced two of the wealthiest corporations to wire over $120 million. He did it without ever setting foot in the United States, without triggering a single alarm for 2 straight years. To understand how he pulled this off, we must look at the rapid expansion of Silicon Valley during the early 2010s. Google and Facebook were building massive data centers globally. They had to purchase an unfathomable amount of hardware every single week. This growth created an administrative nightmare. Accounts payable departments were bombarded with thousands of multi-million-dollar invoices daily. At the top of the supply chain sat a Taiwanese giant known as Quanta Computer, a powerhouse building the physical servers for the cloud. Because of this partnership, Google and Facebook accountants were incredibly familiar with Quanta. It was a trusted name in their databases. Evaldas realized that if an invoice looked like a Quanta invoice, the sender must be the legitimate manufacturer. This was the crack he exploited. In 2013, he traveled to Latvia and registered a brand new corporate entity under the exact name Quanta Computer Inc. He then opened multiple bank accounts in Latvia, Cyprus, and Lithuania. These jurisdictions were chosen to easily move money and obscure its origin. He registered web domains nearly identical to the real ones. To an untrained eye, support at quantatw.com looked indistinguishable. Evaldas sent polished corporate communications written in perfect business jargon, referencing actual ongoing hardware shipments and existing contracts. He forged signatures of high-level executives from both Google and Facebook, making it appear the transactions were already authorized by senior management. He presented a simple narrative. Quanta was updating its banking details. Payments should now be sent to their new European subsidiary bank accounts. In August 2013, Google's accounting department took the bait. They approved the first fake invoice and wired several $1 million to Latvia. For 2 years, Evaldas operated this channel. Whenever hardware was ordered, he sent a matching, fraudulent invoice. The cash rolled in. He extracted $23 million from Google and $99 million from Facebook, totaling over $122 million, but receiving it was only half the battle. To protect his windfall, he designed a complex global money laundering maze, routing funds through shell companies in Hong Kong, Hungary, and Slovakia. Neither company knew they were being robbed for 2 years. The real Quanta was still getting paid, unaware of the shadow entity. The heist only ended because of a routine audit in late 2015. A Google accountant noticed a minor discrepancy and reached out to Taiwan. The FBI and Department of Justice launched a massive investigation. They traced the fraudulent emails back to the apartment in Vilnius. In March 2017, Lithuanian authorities arrested Evaldas. He was later extradited to New York to face federal charges. A judge sentenced him to 5 years and ordered him to forfeit 50 million, but a massive chunk of the money remains missing. Today, tech giants have overhauled their security. They learned that a system is only as secure as the human hand that signs the check.